Hello. So I guess you've been following the news and you've seen that one of the news making rounds today is that Natasha Akpoti, the suspended Kogi Central um, senator, writes a satire, or what do you call it, an irony of an apology to the Senate President Godswill Akpabio. And I would just want to take the news briefly and quickly. But I want to use the caption from the cable. It says, "Forgive this stubborn woman." Natasha Akpoti writes satirical apology letter to Akpabio. But I'd like to take it from the Vanguard because I think the Vanguard really explains a bit more than what I want to convey. So the Vanguard reads the so that Senator Natasha apologizes. You can see it in quote to Akpabio. The suspended chairman of the Senate Committee on Diaspora and NGOs, Senator Natasha Akpoti Akpabio, has issued a sarcastic and satirical apology to Senate President Godswill Akpabio, reigniting discussions about gender dynamics and power struggles within Nigeria's legislative chambers. In a letter dripping with biting irony, I love this. Senator Natasha Akpoti Akpabio offered what could be described as a profuse apology for the grievous crime of maintaining dignity and self-respect in the Senate President's presence. Can you just imagine that? I mean, she's just going with serious blows as she goes with this apology letter. Mockingly, she referenced expectations of compliance, writing, "How remiss or how negligent of me not to understand that my refusal to indulge your request, in quote again, was not merely a personal choice, but a constitutional violation of certain men's entitlement." Remember when she said, "You got to apologize so that this backlash can go away." So if you think Akpabio is alone that's going to go down, you're joking. Remember when she said, Bamidele Michael said that? Addressing systemic sexism, she continued, "Please find it in your magnanimous heart, somewhere buried deep beneath layers of entitlement. Natasha Akpoti is a swinger. To forgive this stubborn woman who mistakenly believed that a seat in the Senate was earned through elections, not erections." Wow. The letter I read in part: "Dear distinguished Senate President Godswill Akpabio, it is with the deepest sarcasm and utmost theatrical regret that I tender this apology for the grievous crime of possessing dignity and self-respect in your most exalted presence. I reflected extensively on my unforgivable failure to recognize that legislative success in certain quarters is apparently not earned through merit, but through the ancient art of compliance of the very personal kind. Our remits of me, or our remains of me, not to understand that my refusal to indulge your request was not merely a personal choice but a constitutional violation of the unwritten laws of certain men's entitlement. Truly, I must apologize for prioritizing competence over capitulation, vision over vanity, and the people's mandate over private dinners behind closed doors, and not realize the catastrophic consequences of my actions. Legislation, delay, tempers flared, and the tragic bruising of egos so large they require their own postcodes. For this disruption to the natural order of quid pro quo, I bow my head in fictional shame. Please find it in your magnanimous heart, somewhere buried deep beneath layers of entitlement, to forgive this stubborn woman who mistakenly believed that a seat in the Senate was earned through elections, not erections. I remain yours in eternal resistance, Senator Natasha Akpoti Akpabio, unafraid, unbought, and unbroken. This is a swing. Natasha Akpoti is really not taking anything lying down. I mean, I'm one of those people who didn't go through the process of reading art and, law and all that. I did a lot of sciences and technical stuff, so don't blame my um not being able to explain everything to you the way irony and satire works, but the way she broke this down in this letter, as you can see, I'm scrolling through right now, so I want to pick a few parts. She said, addressing systemic sexism, she continued, please find it in your magnanimous heart, somewhere deep, somewhat buried deep beneath layers of entitlement. You remember when she said that Fabio complained that she didn't get up or stand up when he was coming into the chambers. And everyone had to stand up for the president the president of the Senate when he's coming in. Hallowed, all hail Akpabio, and they bow and they worship him. That's what she meant. To forgive this stubborn woman who mistakenly believed that her seat in the Senate was earned through elections and not elections. She said the man wanted to sleep with her. This is the kind of resistance we're talking about. I know we've talked about this, that we shouldn't be surprised the day you see them reconcile. The rich will always look after it. It's a biblical law. And there's nothing that you and I can do about it. Now, this is not me postulating something against the rich. I'm just saying this is what the law states. And as the Bible says it, so it is. But what I want to pick out here is this. Our system is one that is designed to fail the people. And when you rise up to speak up, you're going to be gutted down. And as you can see, they were friends before. But now we're not going to take sides with them. We're going to take sides with what is right. I'm not taking sides with Akpabio. Akpoti. I'm taking sides with what is right. And what is right is that you cannot suspend somebody who was elected. You cannot say because you're now in the chamber, you can suspend them and there's no representation. But I also like the fact that she's fighting back. And she's not letting her own story go unheard. Because it feels like, oh, now that you've done all you've done for the press, we're not going to hear about you anymore. So we're going to put you in the back here, in the back burner. She's actually putting herself forward so that Nigerians know that she's still there. She's telling our people in our constituency that she's still there. And she's trying to let these guys know that she's not going anywhere. And she's taking a shot at the number 3 person in the country, in the person of Akpabio. This is the same Akpabio who didn't say a word when people were killed all over the north of Nigeria. All over Nigeria kept quiet, but when the Pope died, it was in Italy or in for the funeral. That's what we're talking about. Leadership, which is also missing in the Senate. So make of this what you think, but I want to ask you in the comment section, what do you think about this satire and irony of a letter that Akpoti wrote to Akpabio? Do you like it that she's swinging strong and she's swinging hard? Let us know what you think. Thank you, and God bless you. Catch you up in the next video. Bye-bye for now.